बलांगीर के आसले लाक्सी माँ कोड़ के आया बाके मोर माँ बापा तो मरीगले न किंतु यहाँ भी बलांगीर के जिते बड़े आसी आसुन सार मोर आँखि छलछल आसी जय माँ समलेश्वरी जय माँ पाटणेश्वरी जय मठखाई बुढ़ा शुभ संध्या प्रथम रू कहीदे मु नरसिंह बाबू भाया पॉलिटिशियन नो हु विल गिव ए गुड स्पीच और आई एम नॉट ए स्पीकर लाइक मिस्टर त्रिपाठी आई एम ए सिंपल मैन with a robe who writes judgments. So my language will be of a mixture of a Bedpuri or Khichdi of three languages, English, Odia or Sambalpuri or Kosali, whatever name called, and a bit of Sanskrit and Hindi. Please bear with me. Shubha Sandhya. Param Pujya Sri Narasingha Mishra. Kaka, you always make me nervous. I remember in 1989, when I was just 1 or 2 years experience in the bar, I appeared many times before the courts where the opposing counsel was the formidable Sri Narasingha Mishra. And just imagine a towering personality like him and a frail young man having no experience in the bar but having a good law degree from Delhi University, what will be the situation? And that first impression is still continuing even after I retired and have been conferred with a very difficult task of setting up a all India tax tribunal. This thing will go to my grave perhaps, and Kaka will every time he will appear near me or in the same stage, I always feel nervous. I'll tell you one thing. One day I was sitting in the Chief Justice Court in Odisha High Court. Chief Justice Gopal Gowda was presiding. I hope the Kosali language and the proponents of what is Amar Bhasha jin kochen nahi khara bhabbe kai ei jinso guda ko English se hi kohi ba tar Odia kala bele bada asubidha haba translate kala bele. Justice Gopal Gowda, Chief Justice Gopal Gowda presiding, there is some issue regarding certain orders, and Justice Gowda went to when he was going to the dais, I was following him as a young judge of the Odisha High Court. He just turned out and said that, brother, you write that judgment in the court itself, dictate the order. I said, okay, there's no problem. I was actually not having any kind of, stage fright while dictating a judgment in the court, on the dais. But when I sat and saw the argument and I saw that in a corner, Sri Narasingha Mishra was sitting, and it again gave me a bit of nervousness. Later, after a few days, my uncle and I met in some place, and he said, what is the need? Why you are becoming emotional while dictating a judgment? Then I confessed before him, it's not emotional, sir, it is your presence who made me, because he will not argue a case before me, definitely. He was waiting for the bench to break and a new bench to form. So I said, your presence only makes me nervous, because I have seen you in a courtroom and I've seen the highest standard you have always set before us. So coming back to the subject in hand or the speech that is to be given, again I say Param Pujya Sri Narasingha Mishra, Sri Bhavani Shankar Tripathi, group editor संवाद ओ कनक न्यूज, प्रेसिडेंट अखिल चंद्र होता, रश्मि रंजन बक्सी. I also see some of my old teachers here, Professor Pati. Let me take a break here. I don't know how the exams are being conducted these days, but where we passed our BCom graduation, there was a compulsory paper of English literature, 2 papers actually, and one of it had a component of a Bhaiva Bosh or a spoken English class. And I remember Professor Pati has come to Rajendra College, and I had appeared. Sir, you may not remember that day. I still remember it is like my back of the hand. You were sitting there in the science block, in the teacher's common room of the chemistry department, and I had appeared and gave my Bhaiva Bosh or English, spoken English test. I don't know, somebody told me that Professor Pati doesn't give high marks or good marks, but I don't know, I got 12 out of 20, that is 60%. So once before also I have thanked you, sir. Again I thank you for the for the good marks that you have given. That has in fact gone a long way to give me confidence in the later part of my life to face the world or do my job as a lawyer or as a judge. I also see one of my old teachers, Sri Jagannathan Churiya, if I am correct. When we were reading class 10, our teacher came and he was also teaching us English. But unfortunately, he was not teaching my class. He was teaching the class of 11A perhaps, and I was in section B. But once or twice I had a interaction with him, and he's has what do you call made a lasting impression of me on how to go about the study of English language and to speak English or write English. I also see some of my old colleagues, Sri Gopal Chandra Behera, Gopal Chandra Panigrahi, Sri Prahlad Agrawal. It's a really pleasure to see all of you. My wife is present, Srimati Madhumita Mishra. My brothers and sisters have come also. My aunt and my nephews are also here. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to Balangir के आसले लाक्सी माँ कोड़ के आयला बगे मोर माँ बापा तो मरी गले न किंतु यहाँ दे भी बलांगीर के जिते बड़े ऐसी आसुन सर मोर आँखी छलछुलाई ऐसी कहीं माटी रे जहाँ हमको दे ची जहाँ सीखी चुआ मैं से शिक्षा से वैल्यू सिस्टम नहीं करी मु मोर परिवार वर्ग आगे बढ़ी चु ए परिप्रेक्षी रे गोटे रामायण कथा मन पड़े श्री रामचंद्र बानर सेना नहीं करी श्रीलंका जय कले रावण को बद्ध कले माँ सीता को उद्धार कले तांकर बंदिनी थिले से विभीषण को से राजा कले श्रीलंकार तो से समय रे विभीषण राजाभिषेक हेला परे कहिथिले हे प्रभु राम आउ कौन दरकार आपन बट व्हाई शुड यू गो बैक टू अयोध्या एठी रहन आपण जहाँ कहे से अनुसार राज्य शासन हे स्वर्णमयी लंका जहाँ देख सुना एक कथा शुणिक लक्षण भी टिके द्वंद्व पड़गले कि टिके लोभ करदे आमर भाषा जिना कह हाँ बो दादा रही जाऊ ना जे बाकीटा तो वाल्मीकि रामायण रे उल्लेख अच्छी श्री रामचंद्र महाप्रभु से लक्ष्मण को कौन कही से कही इदं स्वर्णमयी लंका न रोचते लक्षण इदं स्वर्णमयी लंका न रोचते लक्षण जननी भूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी माने स्वर्णमयी लंका नहीं चाहिए, रत्नगर्भा झारखंड नहीं चाहिए, हमको हमारे प्यारे मिट्टी चाहिए, बलांगीर चाहिए। ऑर्गेनाइजर्स भूमिका और मठखाई महोत्सव मत 5 मिनट देते कहबार लगी बोधे टी इमोशनाल होकर अधिका कहीदे सारे न आउ कि नाई कह गोटे गोटे जिनसर उल्लेख करी तापरे मु विदाय देवी आपणकर आपणकर जो ड्रामा उपभोग करिवार जो समय अच्छी सार खर्च करवा नहीं एबे कहले बहुत डिफिकल्ट टाइम चली देयर इज अनदर एस्पेक्ट आल्सो this is a time where we have to very careful Reserve Bank of India कहूँ जे आपण माने सजाग रहंतु सावधान रहंतु सुरक्षित रहंतु एबे न्यू एज ऑफ साइबर क्राइम ए नुआ कॉन्सेप्ट आरंभ होलानी डिजिटल अरेस्ट सो यू बिकम अवेयर ऑफ दिस फैक्ट्स aware of this kind of fraud that can be played upon you. In fact, I can confess before you that there was attempts also to make cyber fraud, even or some kind of digital arrest on me. But since I know very high police officials, I then asked, what is the problem? He said, just ignore it. Or if you want to report to 1930, toll-free number. So, be aware of these problems, be safe both for yourself and your near and dear ones. So at the end I will thank the organizers, the committee members and especially the chairman for inviting me to officiate the chief guest and to honor me with Mathkhai Samman for the achievements I have made. But I must confess here that without all your good wishes, without all your value system that is given to me, without all the value system that is given to by me, by my father and my mother, I would not have come to this stage. So thank you very much from the core of my heart. And I also wish all the best to the participants and the organizers for a very successful 16th Mathkhai Mahotsav. Thank you very much. Jai Jagannath.